we were on the Horseshoe 2 fire. It's another fire, just a big, a lot of line construction, firing shows. But it's one of those points where you're with fellow hotshot crews, and when you build, because it's a trust thing, you have to build that within your crew, yourself, and the others around you. And on the Horseshoe 2 fire, it was a walk-in show. There was a section of that ground. There was no road access. It was all walk-in, and we had to have some folks volunteer. I mean, we volunteer all the time to do things, but this is one of those shows where you had to be precise on what you were lighting and hold it where it was at. And if you didn't, because it had so much more ground to burn, and there was really no other real place to catch it at. It was just rolling into a place where there's false ridge, just rolling hill type, just covered in vegetation, rocky. It's one of the sky islands that we were at, down in I think might have been in New Mexico or Arizona. It's right on the border somewhere there. But it was just one of those things that, hey, going to the crew, I just volunteered us to do this. We're going to go do this job. And they just kind of all just rally around like, okay, what are we doing? I go, we're going to go out there, work all day, plan on staying through the night, carrying fire as far as we can on a ridge where, if the winds dictate that we can continue to burn, we'll continue. And once we get done that morning, some of the crews are going to start off early in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, walk into us, relieve us, and then that's when we will shut down and take our rest and then rotate back in. But it's one of those things where it really wasn't our ground. It's a Region 3 area, which is cool. Dewey was there. He can contest to that, and I think Mike from Payson was there too. It was just a fun fire. It was just something that, not just the crew itself, but the whole bonding thing with the crews around. I remember San Juan being there too, and they took a section once we got it down to a certain point, along with Mount Taylor. It was just something that it just all worked together. It was just a puzzle that was, you just seen how is this going to work, and it was just a combination of things of us just trying to just work it all out, not just with the crew members but with everybody, the soup, the division relaying it to ops. Hey, this is what we plan on doing. Do you support us? Because we think we can do this. And it had total buy-in from everybody on the ground. We knew we weren't going to get air support, so that's why we were trying to do this stuff all at night. And the ground that we had it on, where the fire was established at, was a workable ground. Not a lot of big timber, it wasn't that really bad. It was steep in areas, but you just waited till daylight to work those areas. But yeah, overall it was something that just gelled. Everything just came together from point A where we started to point B, which turned into that daytime to point C, getting it to the saddle that was our goal for that next night, and we made it. We got it to where it was easy ground. Which there really is no easy ground when you have fire, but still it was to a point where we can kind of catch our breath a little bit, kind of evaluate, assess what we have next, what's our next move, and trying to work it out to an anchor point to where we can take it to the desert, kind of to where there's just no fuel down there. But just overall the camaraderie of not just the crew itself, but it was everybody, and that's really like the first time everything felt like it was right. Everything was just lining up perfectly, and it worked. So that was a good experience. I loved that.